Rumors are circulating that they're going to change the gender of what character, Mac? Who's getting changed?
The Silver Surfer. They are actively trying to destroy the MCU. MCU fans and even comic book fans alike are really screaming across the internet because this is something that Fox and other studios in the past, I think it's only really Fox, have messed up 2 to 3 times. And we have been waiting for the Fantastic Four in the MCU for how long has the MCU been around? 2008? It's a long time. It's been a long time. And for them to just treat it the way they are is very, it's like they really don't care about what we want. They just care about appealing to the masses. And of course. I'm gonna get killed, but I will say it. I don't give a fuck. I'll stand on this hill. What's going on? It's your boy mackyomo. We back in this bitch. I'm here with my good brothers. We got the razor sharp assassin, the Clipper, and Johnny B. We also got Badman forward, Badman pull up, Badman forward, Badman Spidey, Badman forward, Badman Shawny, Badman Shawny in the motherfucking building. And we got the Grey Kage, Crispin.
The Grey Kage.
El Blanquito. All right. This is. Hey, nigga, we all the same age. Shawny is probably the oldest, to be honest with you, by like a couple months. But we all there the same age. Anyway,
when's your birthday, Shawny?
June 24th.
He's 91 though. Yeah. He's 91.
Oh, 91. Nah, yeah, you old as shit.
Yeah. We're 92.
Sorry, yo.
Damn. So we're gonna oust Shawny for having 1 year over
you
us.
Old?
It's not a year. It's not a year for It's a year for John maybe, but it's not a year for me. It's like 7 months.
Not a year for me.
Well, you still showing signs for matchup. You don't get it going, boy.
I'm so sorry. As you can see, we can actually see Shawny today. So he's feeling himself fun. Damn, I don't have any round of applause.
Of course you don't. Of course you wouldn't have round of applause at this moment in time.
I'll give you this.
You get the Mario thingy.
You got some coins.
Shout out to my boy. We can finally see him and all his. I'll make that joke later. Anyway, so we're here to talk about something that is actually very pertinent in our community right now, and a lot of us. I know. I didn't. Is that the word? Is that I used that word correctly, right?
I believe you did. I'm just saying it was such a statement.
So,
took the one word he read from the fucking dictionary.
Yeah, man. When I did the SAT, they said pertinent. I said, I know what that is. Yeah, I like that one. Let
me put that in my pocket.
Yeah, I got to save that for later when I really need it. But yes, this is very pertinent because we have been talking about this for a while now, and we've been speculating and made a lot of claims on this channel about it, but they are actively trying to destroy the MCU, and we are going to talk about it today.
Is Disney trying to destroy the MCU? Like, who's they?
Yeah, Disney. Whoever. I mean, Jon Favreau is still there, right?
Jon Favreau is there, but Jon Favreau mainly works
on Star
Wars related,
which is getting all the good shit right now. So,
I mean, some people would argue against that, but continue.
I don't fuck with Star Wars, but that's just me.
They're idiots if they're arguing against that, but that's another concept. That's another conversation for another day. We're here to talk about the MCU. So, as most people have seen, they are reports. Again, these are just rumors, and your boy loves a rumor. So, we found out that they are changing. Well, this part is not a rumor. I don't think they are.
You should call it a rumor. Yes, call it a rumor if you don't have the fact.
If anybody knows anything about me, I'm gonna call it. I know it. Thank you. So they are changing. Okay, fine. There's a rumor that they are changing the gender. They are changing. They
Rumors are circulating that they're going to change the gender of what character, Mac? Who's getting changed?
the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer. You see that?
Well,
I'm curious because I haven't seen this rumor yet. I'm just curious to know where you guys might have seen this rumor being posted. Like who was talking about it online? That kind of gives it some credence.
The rumor is all of the outlets that post movie news and whatnot, and the reports or the rumors are saying that what's her name again, Mac? The girl from Queen's Gambit on Netflix,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Mm-hmm. The rumor is that she is going to play a villain in the new Fantastic Four movie, but it has not been disclosed who she is. The rumor is that she could be Silver Surfer. Again, these are just rumors. And
these are fans just guessing what character she's supposed to be.
Exactly. The rumor is just that she's supposed to play a villain. It has not been confirmed that it's the Silver Surfer.
It has not been confirmed.
More of an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's not really a villain.
He's never really the villain in any of the stories.
That's what I was about to say. He's not really a villain.
And
regardless of the fact, I think it's not. I don't. They have messed up the Fantastic Four 3 different times.
The first time they did it was
the first time was not
that
bad. Yeah.
Which one are you? Which is the first? Which is
not the one with Michael B.
I said 3. I said 3. I said 3. Right.
Okay, so name the 3 because I know 2.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's one that was in the 70s that they did, or
nigga,
80s.
We not talking about the goddamn 70s.
It was live action, and it wasn't good.
You wasn't even alive, and you can't judge it against today's standards.
Bro, I have seen the first 3 Star Wars, and I think those are good movies, and they came out in the late 70s, 80s.
But
so
Star
don't tell me
Wars
that I can't.
70s, yeah.
You can't tell me that I can't judge because I wasn't around.
Say that they messed it up in the 70s. It was a different time. We are speaking to the current moment.
I mean, if it was garbage, it's garbage.
Exactly. Nobody references the fucking 70s when it comes to Fantastic Four as far as live action goes. It's either 2. It's the one without Michael B. Jordan. It's the one with Michael B. Jordan.
And both of them is Wagwan. Garbage.
Well, Wagwan does not mean that, bro.
I know. I used to have I want. Leave me alone.
I bet. Now I'm going to start using K however I want. That shit was K.
That's how it's used, I feel like.
Do what you do.
You can't do that with Crispin because he's gonna go
exactly.
along.
Just do it.
Niggas gonna say, "Yeah, do it. It's funny."
But
hilarious.
So, but yeah, basically, the reason why I'm personally upset is because as someone that grew up watching a lot of cartoons, especially like Justice League and a lot of Marvel shit, the Fantastic Four is like a really. Is something funny? I'm being that serious.
I'm trying not to get like an ass. You want to notice he just said I grew up watching a lot of cartoons and shit, the Justice League and Marvel shit, and we're talking about a Marvel rumor casting. Go. I'm sorry. Go on. Just go on.
Well, shut up.
Shawny came with ammunition today.
I swear to God, I was referring to things like the X-Men 97, X-Men Unlimited, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited. I watched all of those. So that's when I said Marvel shit, because the only thing I can really compare to that
series, which is
of course I did. Of course I did.
There
what I'm saying
Fantastic Four cameos in the
Spider-Man animated
series,
and
they did have their own show too.
Yes, they did, and it was alright. But the main thing is that I'm not an MCU fan that much anymore. But MCU fans and even comic book fans alike are really screaming across the internet because this is something that Fox and other studios in the past, I think it's only really Fox, have messed up 2 to 3 times. And We have been waiting for the Fantastic Four in the MCU for how long has the MCU been around? 2008? It's a long time. It's been a long time. And for them to just treat it the way they are is very, it's like they really don't care about what we want. They just care about appealing to the masses. And
Of course.
I'm gonna get killed, but I will say it. I don't give a fuck. I'll stand on this hill. The Me Too movement has done amazing things for women and highlighted some nasty motherfuckers in the industry and in the world. At the same time, we don't need to pander to women just so that they can watch our movies.
All right, I'm about to get. I let you rock. I'm about to get on your ass. First of all, there is no confirmation that she is going to be the Silver Surfer. We just said this less than 5 minutes ago that that the rumor is that she's going to be a villain. We all just said here that the Silver Surfer is not really a villain; it is an anti-hero. So there's no confirmation on that. Number two, the thing about the MCU. Let me get finished. The thing that gets me mad about the thing that gets me mad about the MCU is that it's a adaptation based on their story. The MCU is not the same universe as the comic books. They can pull from the characters, but they do not have to do the story one for one. So your Iron Man.
I'm gonna interrupt you right there. Let me ask you this, right? Has everyone seen the Scarlet Witch? The what's that fucking shit? The Black Widow movie? Has everyone seen that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a bad movie?
No.
It's not a horror.
Let's be honest.
No.
It's not. It's not. Did they fuck up Taskmaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and I'm getting to that. But here's my thing. Number one, Taskmaster is a moniker. There can be a woman under it. Taskmaster was fucked up because of bad writing. They could have let me finish. They could have utilized her in the movie to be better than what she was and use her for future villains down the line. Also, remember, we don't know that if there is another Taskmaster coming up later that can be more to the comic accurate version of it. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. The Taskmaster, yes, she was not utilized correctly. That's more of a bad writing thing than a bad casting. Because remember, it's not about the actor that plays the role. It's about how well they're written. So if she was written better, then yes, it could work. Am I opposed to? And I'm going to just entertain the aspect of a female Silver Surfer. I've
been entertaining it all night.
Can I fucking finish? Because you're just spewing shit. Anyway, I'm going to entertain the aspect of her being casted because you're jumping on that fact. If she was casted to be a female Silver Surfer, am I going to be mad at it? No. If the writing is good and it works for the MCU's universe version of it, it'll be fine with me if the writing is good. If the writing is trash, that's completely different. That's assuming she was to be a female Silver Surfer. For me, it's more so of, is the character specifically locked to it based on their story? For the most part, the Silver Surfer has been a male. But is there anything that says that he needs to be a male in different iterations?
I don't think so.
It's like, it's not exactly. So there's a possibility that a gender swap could work if the writing is good.
So
but again, this is
can I just say one thing before you go, John, just so I can I just want to rebut what he just said, and not even
say a lot.
It's really going to be small, I promise. Look, listen, right? While I don't disagree with you, if the writing is good, we will all like it. That is a fact, bro. That is a fact, and it's something that I cannot dispute. My only thing is, we have seen what they have been doing, and we have not been liking it. So but
that's a completely different story from for gender swapping the character.
I'm not even again, but that's what right? Yes, of course it's different, bro. But you have to realize, right? Niggas are not as savvy as us, and we can definitely tell the difference between a bad character and bad writing. All I'm saying is, from the work that they have been showing us the past couple of movies and live actions and shows or whatever, they have not been good. So I don't trust that this will be John.
So
John,
I want to be able to kind of like just throw something out there, food for thought. Everybody kind of think about it a little bit, and then we move on to another topic. Just because I don't want to dwell on the gender swap conversation.
Topic.
Too long.
This is not a podcast. After this, we done.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I wanna play the devil's advocate, right? And I wanna be able to touch on what I think Disney's goals are, right? Like when they're making changes to stories, right? They're creating something that's more
Modern.
in line with new, something that's more like, if you see it, you know that it's MCU. You can't mistake it for other things, or it's just like a carbon copy of a comic book story or something like that. Not all comic book stories work when you adapt them to, you know, a live action kind of situation. So I think changing stories in order to fit your format is definitely good artistic choice, as long as you put time, effort, and care into what you want this new version of the character to be. I don't think gender swapping necessarily is a bad thing, as long as we do like what they're doing with the characters. But I think like a big reason for why we see so much of it now is because during the time period where a lot of these characters were created, they were created by white men. You know, there were a lot of really talented artists out in the industry, and there were talented, you know, black artists and other people of color in the industry that were kind of, you know, given the runarounds in order to really like make contributions to comic books and those major printing companies back then. But you know, these heroes are a reflection of the white Jewish men that drew them. You know, like they're just a representation of what those guys during the 60s thought superheroes, you know, would be like, and a reflection
Should
of those
be like.
Would be like, right? We're just it's imagination.
Yeah, what the semantics. Sorry.
Semantics, exactly. So now that people have had a lot more hindsight, now that enough time has gone by where we identify these characters, like we recognize these characters, these are really larger than life names that we associate with. It's okay to go back and change a few things to kind of connect with a more modern audience who is more diverse in their day-to-day living and would want to see more than just a bunch of white men in capes. You know, like so I think I just think that while there's definitely a lot of shitty decisions that get made when they make certain changes, like maybe they're making changes for the wrong reasons, or maybe they're just making change for superficial reasons, like, oh yeah, they'll probably like this, or you know, we'll get more viewers from this community, that community. And while some of that might be true, I really do think that pushing towards just different and new is always going to be better than just redoing the same, the old, the original over and over again.
Crispin, I'm gonna just say some shit. This might get some people mad, maybe not. I don't know. I think what Macky's trying to say is that when in the last couple of movies, there's been a lot of I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I'm a female energy. And of course that would happen. There's a lot of that energy, and I think it's not the fact that the characters are female or women, or the supporting character is a female or a woman. We just want them to be the character, not the fact that you're a woman. Just be the character. See what I'm saying? Like, we know you're a woman. We're looking at you. We see what you're going through in your woman life, but the fact that they mention it, it's like we're mentioning it, like you're throwing it in our nose and our faces, like we're dumb, like we don't see what's going on. And that's when it comes to like what Shawny said, it's horrible writing, because you're telling us things that we already know.
So based on the logic, we should stop.
I think just to add on what you're saying, I think it's actually doing a disservice to do that.
Exactly.
Not
by your logic,
give me a second before you.
Go ahead, Crispin.
Go ahead.
If Silver Surfer is a female or a woman or whatever, if it's a good character with female problems, without saying these are my female problems, because we know, we see it, we looking at it. Be a female. I don't give a fuck. Just give me a good movie.
When it's funny because the Silver Surfer has nothing to do, have none of those issues.
It doesn't have.
I know, but they will put it in there. I know what Macky's trying to say. They will write it in there when you don't need it, and that's the problem. Like when Captain Marvel was with the Morena and the little girl. What's their names?
Kamala Khan and Maria Rambo.
When they were together and they were talking about all these like female problems, like putting it out there, we're like, bro, we know. It's great that you're a 16-year-old from Jersey City and you're a girl. We seen you. My little daughter is gonna look at you and be like, I want to be like her because you're cool. You don't have to tell me that you a girl because I can see it.
I can't let you finish because I feel like
that's the thing is they'll create an argument out of a statement like that.
I'm telling
you can't tell it's a woman just by looking at it. There's a lot of nuance.
I know they will.
Argument.
I know they will.
There's a lot of nuance.
We're just talking basic facts. Again, like I said,
I'm just talking about storytelling type wise. We don't need you to explain to me unless you're like, oh, I was a man before and I just this that. Cool. Explain it to me. Give me the spill.
I feel like you guys are.
Did anyone see what was that movie? I'm sorry, Shawny. Really, before not movie, the show Black Light. Was it Black Lightning?
Yes.
Right. That was on the season. I know
DC, not Marvel.
I know it's DC. I'm just referring to the show because I think it was either that show or The Flash, where they were fighting and a woman said, "You're only beating up on me because I'm a woman," or something like that. And I was like, why did she even need to say that? That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't, the character, it's, again, like I said, it's doing a disservice to not only the fans, the character, but also the women that they're trying to put on and represent for. Because you're now dwindling your character down to being just a woman when
I just
they're
have one
doing
question
so much more.
Do you read Captain Marvel comics?
I'm not referring to Captain Marvel. I'm not referring to Captain Marvel.
Okay, but I'm giving an example. Have you read
No,
Captain Marvel?
I don't.
So you can't say that a woman's plight as part of her story is not something that should not be in the movie because that is a part of her character. It is a part of the
journey. I'm not referring. I personally am not referring to Captain Marvel because I haven't seen it and I don't watch it. I'm only referring to when it's the same thing what we talked about. It's the same thing that we talked about a couple of fair enough, but it's the same thing that we spoke about a couple of months ago where studios will change characters' heritage just to pander to an audience. They do that all the time.
That's fine, but I will argue back with what John said earlier that the characters were designed in a certain time where it was not acceptable to do so, and our characters now can do so.
Just make new characters, bro.
Nobody gives a fuck about new superhero characters. Let's keep it a buck. And this
nobody gave a fuck about Iron Man, Thor, none of them niggas until the MCU put them niggas on.
But are they new characters? No, you're arguing your own point. They are not new characters. They are established characters that have been there.
You guys didn't understand a word I said. You guys didn't understand a word I said. First of all, I'm not saying that they're not supposed to talk to women problems. It's the fact that sometimes they mention I am a woman. That's why this is happening. Like, bro, we understand how women were treated. We understand when we see it, we're like, oh yeah, he doing that because of this. We know. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like things like sentences like those we don't need because it like the characters here, like you're going through something because you're a woman. We know this, and then you say because I'm a woman, I'm going through this. This goes like this. Because why are you telling me something I know? I'm seeing it.
Stating the obvious.
And I want the women that are watching this to see it and be like, yeah, that's some bullshit. When I look at it as a nigga and I'm be like, yeah, that nigga's doing some bullshit. I want the woman to be like, yeah, he was doing some bullshit. Without having to say,
I think
I'm
we
a
need,
woman.
so
Why are you doing this to me?
I'll end it with this. I think we need to start using, when we're going to make these statements, we need to actually use the examples of the shows and movies that are being done, because they're blanket statements that don't apply to everything. Because if watching the Marvels that came out recently, there was never any, in my opinion, why I like the movie, and I agree with you, I like the movie because they did not say anything about I am a woman and this is why it was happening. It was being shown specifically what Carol was going through with her being like a solo hero and trying to work together on a team, and they paid that off to her being very soloist against the Avengers in the previous Infinity War and Endgame movies. So that's my whole thing. If we're going to make these statements, we need to provide examples to back them up. Because, and I will agree, because Ferguson's example to prove your point was in Batwoman, where Batwoman had went and stopped some guy in the DC show, and she's like, did you know that X, Y, and Z? She gave a random fact about pregnancy with women, and it was just, that was unnecessary in the sense it had nothing to do with that scene. So I'm not disputing your point, but what I'm trying to say is that we have to use examples specifically for that. Going back to specifically with what's her name for Silver Surfer, if it is to be true,
Anya Taylor-Joy. And again, none of this is everything we're saying is not against her. She is a phenomenal actress. I want to make that known. So, because we're gonna get killed in the well, me and Crispin are gonna get killed in the comments regardless. But
I mean, I didn't say nothing wrong. I'm just saying.
But yeah, she's a phenomenal actress. No, nothing against her. It's just I don't want the art to suffer because they're pandering. But everyone give their final thoughts so we can get out of here.
Final thoughts. If the writing is good, I don't give a fuck. There's nothing that locks Silver Surfer to being a woman. That's
absolutely.
My own.
I'm with you. I don't have nothing to do. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm with you.
I agree. John?
No, we're all on the same page. The Silver Surfer is just supposed to be like an aid to Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't need to be a male character.
What if she's a Galactus? Because they said villain, right?
She'd probably be doing voice work then, if that's the case. Because we're just gonna get big CG, big CG fight, But that's it. Let's see it. Let's see the movie when it comes out.
Well, let's see the trailer first.
Let's see it here.
Yeah, for sure. Peace
out. Thank you guys for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please like this video, leave a comment down below, let us know what you thought about today's topics or discussions. Share this video with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that's Nerdy by Nature TV. We are changing what you believe to be nerdy. We are all nerdy, and here at Nerdy by Nature, we're showing you how easy it is to get in touch with your nerdy side. So you could listen to our podcast, that's Nerdy by Nature Podcast, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and that's Nerdy by Nature TV on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you prefer, and TikTok. And we're going to catch you on the next piece of content. Thank you once again.